Hi, everybody. This is Vivian again, and today is what is today? Tuesday. um, and I have yesterday. Well, today. What was today? Today was my walking day. Well, I walked almost every day, but you know, I try. Hi, Cara. How are you? Um, and so last night, we talked about listening to the wisdom of others. Listening and what I wanted to just really get across is that wisdom can come from anybody. You know, you can't relate it to just one segment of society, one age group, one place. You have to listen to the wisdom of others, because if you keep your mind open, you can learn so much about life. You can learn so much about just how to treat people. There is so much you can learn in just listening to other people. Of course, you can filter out those things that don't align with your belief system, but just listen. Keep an open mind. It's basically what amounted to. Okay, now tonight, if you are reading along in the book, the book's title tonight is Alignment. But I also added in alignment, faith, and gratitude, because all these three things go together, and you'll see how in just a moment. And I'm going to read the anecdote, and then we'll get into that. To be in alignment is to allow yourself to believe that whatever you want is actually possible. To have faith in what you may not yet be able to visualize. To speak as if whatever you hope for already exists. To live in a way that invites your dreams to thrive. If you want love, be love. Invite it in by offering it to others. If you seek joy, be joy. Act in a way that is joyful and allow others to experience it right alongside you. Be what you hope for. Allow whatever is on the inside to be how you live on the outside. This is true alignment. And, it is so true that when you align yourself with what you believe and how you want the world to be, then, you'll live a life that's in truth, in faith, and in gratitude. So let's get into this. So, alignment, faith, and gratitude. All three of these are concepts that can absolutely change everything in your life. When I read the anecdote earlier and I was trying to decide what to say about it, and I was reading all the quotes that Cyndie put in, I just felt like this topic was so powerful and that faith and gratitude needed to be added in, because all three go hand in hand. Now I'm going to read a part of it again. So in the book, Cyndie says, to be in alignment is to allow yourself to believe that whatever you want is actually possible. To have faith in what you may not yet be able to visualize. Does that sound familiar? Okay, so most of us have read or seen the Bible verse that says, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Meaning, this is what she was talking about in this lesson. You have to have faith that whatever you want, whether you can see it right now or not, will come to pass. And it's already yours. So you have to speak faith into your life and have faith. And then whatever you hope for, whatever you dream about, whatever you constantly think about, then that thing can be yours and it will come to pass. Now, I am as I told you before, in the science of getting, I attended the Science of Getting Rich, and I get these messages from Bob Proctor every day in the 6 Minutes to Success. In both of those programs, there's a law called the law of gratitude. And there's a chapter in the Science of Getting Rich called gratitude. And Wallace Wattles, who wrote the book, says the whole process of mental adjustment and attunement can be summed up in one word: gratitude. First, you believe that there is one intelligent substance from which all things proceed. And secondly, you believe that this substance gives you everything you desire. And thirdly, you relate yourself to it through a feeling of deep and profound gratitude. And all that simply means is that you have to believe that what you want, God is going to provide it. And then when he provides it, you must be grateful. Sometimes, people make the mistake of thinking they should only be grateful for, the good things they receive. But sometimes we forget that some of the trials and tribulations we go through have deep-rooted lessons, something that we can't see at the time that it's happening, but we can, when we reflect back on it, then we can see it. Okay, so I know it's hard. It's hard to have gratitude when you perceive that something that's happening in your life is bad, but try to stop and see the lesson in it. It may not be clear at the time it's going on, because at the time it's going on, it just, maybe it hurts too bad, or it just seems like it's just insurmountable. But if you look at your failures, your hard times and things like that you've gone through, and you look at it from a different perspective, then you will be grateful for the lessons learned within those hard times or trials and tribulations. Now, for me, I've had this type of thing happen to me. So when I was working, when I first became a manager, I was so gung-ho about being a manager. I wanted to change people's lives. I wanted to contribute all the things that I'd learned during my tenure at the working at the government. And I just wanted to pass that along. But then I felt that being a manager, I had more freedom to make decisions about what I could pass along and who I could pass it along to, and help people move up in their career and so on and so forth. But when I became a manager, the group that I was originally assigned to were not exactly accepting of all my my happy, joy. I thought to myself, I'm going to be a best manager. I'm going to have more freedom. I'm going to be able to make decisions that I can pass along to people. But they weren't accepting of that. They were people who were in some type of pain. Each one of them had some type of pain in their life. So they appeared to be, hateful people whose mission in life it was to complain about everything, and no one seemed to really want to advance, and take the advice that I was giving. But I went from being inspired and happy to asking God to please get me out of here, So, but when I looked back on it later, I realized that during that time, I learned a lot, not only about me, but how to negotiate. I learned how to compromise. I learned how to sacrifice. I learned to do some little bit of self-reflection to see, what was I contributing to the problem or to the atmosphere. And I also learned the ability to let things go, because I had a mentor who used to tell me all the time, Vivian, you can't make people do what they don't want to do. You have to let that go. Because I just couldn't see why somebody wouldn't want to advance. It would just, foreign to me as to why they wouldn't want to do that. But people were satisfied. Some people were satisfied where they were. And then if I had concentrated my efforts on the people that really wanted to advance, I could have helped them even more. So that was a lesson that I learned. But at the time, I just felt overwhelmed and just frustrated and all of that. But and what I'm saying is, it helped me to realize that I had to be the change I wanted to see in that group. I had to be the change that I wanted to see around the world versus, what the atmosphere was doing to me was changing me into something I didn't like. But the lessons that I learned from that, I carried on, did not even realizing that I had learned these lessons until I was assigned a different group and realized, oh, okay, I'm not going to do that, or I'm going to do this more or something like that. So I turned out to be a better manager because I learned these lessons from that group. And so I was able to be grateful to that group afterwards, in hindsight, but at the time I couldn't see it. So when you combine alignment, faith, and gratitude, you can live however you want to live. Also, you can be the driving force for good and changes and things that you want to see in the world, like love, joy, happiness, kindness, generosity, and of course, the list goes on and on. So, one last thing, though, I want to talk about from the book. A requote. I can't even talk. Be what you hope for. Allow whatever is on the inside to be how you live on the outside. This is true alignment. So, guys, I hope you got something from this talk, and leave me some comments. And Cara, thank you very much for joining me this evening. And I don't know about a challenge. What type of challenge? You can type that into the comments, and I'll see what's up with that. But guys, again, I hope you got something out of it, and please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 7. And in the meantime, though, I wish you peace. I wish you love. And I love you guys. Thank you so, so much for watching. And Cara, thank you very much for hopping in and, commenting. I appreciate it. So I'll talk to you guys later, and you have a great one. Bye-bye.